everybody. This is Felicia with The Book is Done coming to you with a podcast episode of one of the reviews that I am doing right now. This book was the first that I had read of this author, Michael D.A. Clarke. And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes so I don't forget anything. But this book that I read was so interesting in a good way, and it is called The Very Naughty List. Look here, just the look of Santa. Santa finna get somebody. So this book right here was so good, and as you can see, it's not that thick. It's not that thick of a book. But when I tell you it pulls some punches, baby, it was amazing. So let me lay the foundation. Okay, so I will tell you that there are some triggers in this book. Um, and it's only 111 pages. So it's not that many pages, but like I said, it packs the punches and we're here for it. But some triggers include child neglect and alcoholism. And so it's not heavy in the book, but it, like I said, it could be a trigger for some. So I try to put that out there. It is a holiday thriller, hence the Santa. But at the same point in time, basically the story starts out about this man who is in a mall. And when I say a man, it is a man who is playing Santa. It's during holiday time, and he is in Maryvale Shopping Mall, and he is Santa Claus. He has been this Santa Claus in this establishment for 29, almost 30 years, and he loves the role so much that he sees himself as Santa. Like, he doesn't see him as his government name, as any name that his wife had given him. He's Santa. He's Santa Claus, and that's what it is. His government name is Sam Clarkson, and he went by Charles with his wife, but um, Santa is Santa. And so a few days before Christmas, Santa was doing his thing. He was speaking to children, and he looked the part. Like, he was Santa. He was a little fluff as far as weight goes. He had the beard. It was white. Um, his outfit, he just looked the part. He gave off Santa vibes, and all the children loved it. And so came 2 days before, where these teenagers who is it's always someone who's just trying to mess up something, just always trying to mess up something. And so these teenagers wait in line and act like they want to see Santa, and along with Santa, he has an elf. The elf's name is Lily. And so, they go with the flow. Santa's, working with the kids. Lily, being the elf that she is, thanks them, gives them candy canes, for coming, all this good jazz. So these teenagers, these young adults, people who know better, tried to hit on Lily, and they ended up assaulting him, or assaulting Lily, and trying to grab at her, and just really not, it wasn't cool. Santa was not having that. Santa was like, all right now, like, y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to chill out, because this ain't it. And so the teenagers knew exactly what they were doing and trying to be malicious. And so they kept messing with Lily and kept saying some inappropriate things to her, and Santa got mad. And then next thing you know, Santa got mad. He started yelling, and the teenagers got it all on camera and just spread it all on social media, just basically saying that, oh, Santa isn't so jolly. Look at what Santa did. He destroyed my hopes, and I don't think he's going to give me what I'm looking for. They lied on the man. They lied on Santa. So, excuse me, enter in the rest of the characters. Kieran, yeah, Kieran, that's his name. Kieran Poole, he's the mall's owner. He inherited the mall from his dad. And I want to say this is the first year that Kieran has taken over, and he is just money hungry. He doesn't care about the holidays. He doesn't care about, the feel good of the kids. He's just all about money. So It's Kieran. It's a meeting that he pulls Santa into a meeting. So Kieran's there. Liz is there. Liz Lang, she is the marketing manager. She's in charge of social media, so she's freaking out because she sees this video of Santa being online and people stop coming to the mall and all this kind of stuff. Now, mind you, this happened in a matter of a few hours. I don't even think this was a full 24 hours. And so they're in a meeting together, and then Lord Steeler, that's the man's name. I guess he is Santa's replacement. He enters into the meeting, and then Connor, who is the security guard, he is the overeager security guard. Um, they're all in this meeting, and Kieran is just like, okay, you've been here for a long time, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. And don't even worry about it. Santa is going to be a virtual Santa. We won't even need he was just really, really rude. So, he fires Santa. And Santa is just like, and I quote, he said, and you're all absolutely certain that firing me is the right thing to do. Just with that question alone, for me, I'm just like, somebody finna get in trouble. Somebody finna get in trouble. So they said yes. So Connor escorts Santa out, and it's hilarious as to how it all comes to be, because Connor is ready for the big show. He wants to be this big shot security man and work in the FBI and all it, a mess. So he walks out. Santa is just, he's just like, what in the world? I've given almost 30 years of my life. I am Santa. You just can't do this. Lord still is like, don't worry about it. It's in good hands. Lord still is like the scrawny man who doesn't even look like he could be anybody's Santa. He could possibly be an elf. He could possibly be Buddy the elf and just not being where he should be. So he gets home. Santa gets home, and it's this dilapidated house. And I mean, the house is run down. His car is run down. Everything is old. However, he gets in the house. He's talking to his wife. His wife, the only thing about his wife is that she's been dead for some time and has been decaying in the house. However, Santa is still talking to her as if she's still alive. Psychosis much? I don't know. Not to take it lightly, but he's literally talking to her like, Mrs. Claus, they let me go. Man, I don't even know how to feel about it. And so he gave backstory, or it was backstory on how the wife has been dead for some time. And it was like over the summer, and she told him, Mrs. Claus told Sam, Mr. Claus, that she wanted a divorce, and he killed her. He was just like, you can't leave me. Like, what do you mean you want a divorce? I love you. And she was like, I fell out of love with you, boo, boo, boo. And so he killed her. So he nicely propped her up on his little seat in the living room, and she's just sitting there. Just, I don't know how long she's been unalive, but it's been like that for a minute. So, you know, on Christmas Eve, Santa was spiraling out of control. He was spiraling towards depression, and he was just like, nobody believes. Like, he kept seeing the videos, and he was just like, I don't understand. And I feel like all of this is in Santa's mind, but everything in his house, I mean, like, the house is falling apart, wife is dead, it's just Santa in the house. Everything comes alive. When I say everything, the wife starts singing. The wife, the nutcracker, from the decorations, the elves, everything became possessed in my eye. In my eyes, everything was possessed. And I was just like, oh no, how your wife gonna start singing? The nutcracker done got involved. The elves done got involved. Everybody singing, encouraging Santa to go get the payback. And Santa was just like, no, no. And the more and more folks that got involved, Santa was starting to like really get into it. Like, okay, okay, about to get this get back. Let's go make them pay. So I'm not gonna get a whole book away, but again, it's a thriller. It's a holiday thriller. Y'all put two and two together. Matter of fact, just go get the book. You understand? Just put the book on your list. You understand? Because Santa got the get back. And when I say to get, he got some folks and put a few extras in there as well. A few extra folks. But this book, all in all, in general, I liked it. Yes, it's short and sweet, but baby, when I tell you it packed some goodness in there, the details of it, like it was, you could envision it. You could smell, like, in a sense, you could smell it. Like, I was really immersed in this book. And I liked how it showed the retail setting of it all, and the struggle of it. For those who work in retail, and or for those who have worked in retail during a holiday season, it is not for the faint of heart. Like, people feel as though they can talk to you any kind of way, and I know this, I'm a witness to this. People feel as though they, like, people who work in retail are beneath them, the customers, and will just talk to you any kind of way and make it feel like you work for them, and just not nice. Just not nice. And I just liked how Santa in this story had to remind the people to treat them with kindness. Like, for real. Listen, the way that I hollered in reading this book was hilarious. And my faces, I'm sure, were top tier. Because, hey, with some of the stuff, that Santa did, this book left me feeling full and satisfied, y'all, because I actually didn't want it to end. And there are so many books as to where some of the authors feel as though it has to be drawn out and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. No shade against that, because it makes the book work for that particular book. For this particular book, it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel like it got straight to the point. It was just a nice flow. It was a nice consistency all throughout the book. And man, Michael, the author, came out with the book 2. He came out with the Very Naughty List Part 2. And he put a chapter of it in after this story ended. And let's just say I'm excited to see what Paul, who is the what Paul is going to do in this second book, because honey, I was just reading it, and Michael gives you legit a chapter of what's in this book. I can't wait to have it in my hands, because it's going to be so good. This book was gifted to me, the Very Naughty List Part 1. It was gifted to me, and I'm so grateful for it. So I'm hoping to get book 2 here soon, so that I could just bring it all together. But if you haven't already, make your way to the Zon so that you can just add this to your list. You will not regret reading this book. I'm telling you, it's short, sweet, is full of colorful everything. You're gonna love it. You are gonna love it. So I can't wait to see what it is that you do. And Michael has written some other books as well. May not be for me, because I do some horror, but I don't do all the horror. I don't do horror. When they talk about demons, no, nothing against that. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. But the Very Naughty List Part 2, yeah, I'm definitely gonna read that. Michael Clarke, he has a fan in me. He has a fan in me. But until the next read, keep smiling. Go and pick a book from your TBR pal. Go pick it. Just go look at it, for encouragement to see what you're gonna read next. But until the next read, y'all keep smiling. Y'all take care. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.